Welcome back to the Voices of the Youth podcast. I'm Nana. This is the first time I'm on camera, but I've been behind the scenes. So what it is. What's your name, sir?
Hey guys, I'm Natty. I'm in grade 9, go to Westview. Yeah, I'm 14. Basically.
14, young buck. He's a
Yup.
he's a youngin in this. I'm 10. I think I'm 10 years older than you. What year are you born?
2008. Yeah, you are.
Oh wow,
10 years.
10 years old. I'm born in '98. All right, bro. What's your name, bro?
My name's Joshua. Been on a few episodes.
Yeah,
you guys
man,
already know me.
You guys already know Joshua, man. All right, so we talked about some amazing topics, to be honest. Some good ones and stuff like that. But today, I wanna pose this question. It can be funny to a lot of people, but it can be serious to a lot of people, you know? So the question that I want to ask today, when crime happens, what race do you always assume it to be?
Okay. I mean, it could be both, honestly, but Jane and Finch, most people could say black people, because the situation that happened, history back then. But, I mean, I'm not trying to discriminate or something, but I probably see mostly black people, honestly. But yeah.
Josh, how about you?
I feel like for me, it depends on the crime. Like, I feel like low-level crimes are more frequent with people who are like low-level, like low-income status. Like, people are less fortunate, less resources. Because like it's easy crimes. You don't need a lot of like equipment. You don't need like strategic planning.
Yeah.
It's just like you just kind of go and just do it. Then like different crimes, like it takes different planning, different mentality. So I feel like it just depends. But I do see that a lot of people tie crimes to, I guess, black people. Because again, like most of the crimes you see on the news, like you're not gonna see all crimes. But I guess most of the crimes that they try to like push out,
That's a fact.
Mostly depends, honestly.
It does depend because for me, it depends. Like, if it's Jane Finch, sadly, I would be like, okay, it's one of us, black people, especially if you know the politics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If it's a shooting, I'll be like, white person. So it's literally white or black. I'll never go Asian, never go Pakistani or brown. I will never go anything else. We just seen a story in the news where, I don't know if you guys heard, the 73-year-old man.
Yeah.
He shot 6 people. Bro, when I seen the story and I seen the news article, it said Jane and Rutherford. Obviously, I think Jane and Rutherford is fun because I know the place. But the way the news article reported it, they said, just south of Jane and Finch,
Yeah.
But then as the day went on and we started to hear who did it, they tried to like spin it. And unfortunately, I just thought it was a black person. And then they tell us, no, it's a 73-year-old white male. I was like, that's crazy. And now people are just, shocked. But why do you guys think that we have to come to that conclusion in our head to just assume, especially in our area, just assume that, the person's black, the person's like white, the person.
Honestly, it's just the area and like the history. I mean, we had a lot of history here in Jane and Finch. Honestly, like some people know, like a lot of shooting and stuff like that. A lot of like violence, And I don't know. Mostly, they're all black people. Mostly, that's why,
No attacks.
Yeah, I feel like for me, I don't know. It's just like, I guess for me, it's just, say a question one more time?
Why do you think we come to that conclusion? Like, we just always think, it's black person.
I feel like stereotypes get into our heads sometimes, just like from the outside. So like, different voices, what they say about us, it kind of just sticks in your head. Yeah. And so like we kind of just come to that conclusion.
Oh, someone's phone's going off.
We kind of just like, when we hear those things, we just kind of assume. Yeah. Like I was saying before, like certain crimes, you kind of just tie, and whatnot. But
Unfortunately.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's just so many different factors.
Yeah, and I think one big factor is well, you guys heard of redlining before? So redlining, if you don't know, in the States, let me just read the definition. I don't want to go off my head. Redlining is a oh my gosh, it's discrimination. It's a discrimination practice in which services are withheld from potential customers who reside in neighborhoods classified as hazardous to investment. These neighborhoods have significant numbers of racial and ethnic minorities and low-income residents. And for us, it's like that redlining analogy is like Jane and Finch, whereas most of us didn't have the choice to be here. The parents didn't have the choice to be here, so they can say, "Oh, Jane and Finch is just black people killing each other," but no, we're just confined to this space where the stats is like that. Mm-hmm. But if white people were forced to be here, then it would be a lot of white on white crime, you know? So I think people tend to forget that aspect. And you've been saying the history too. And that's a part of the history, right? Is that we're all like bunched in like crabs, like sardines. What do you think is going to happen, you know? Unfortunately. And just for just assuming, I think like media and like CP24 like plays a big part in just always painting the narrative of this person is black. Black. And yes, this is a anti-racist, racism podcast, but
even just to like add on, like, I feel like there's a lot of like things behind, like what you're saying about like all of us being put together into one space and like kind of confined.
Yeah.
There's like certain factors and circumstances that also play a role, you know. When you have all those people who are in poverty, they want to make it out. They don't want to live this lifestyle, like, you know. It causes people to make decisions, causes people to do stuff, you know. It kind of just influences people in those type of ways, and there's so many different stuff. Like, I just feel like what I'm trying to say is there's always those whats. Like, there's always those whats to like every cause, you know, that thing behind the actions that people make. And like, as in a society where, you know, government, people in power, they have the opportunity to figure out, you know, just like that main contributor, like what's the problem, you know, they just like let it go on, this and that. But
real talk. Natty, for you, like, if you're sitting at home, you get a call from one of your friends, and they said, "Yo, like, there was a shooting at our school." Who in your mind would you picture?
Like getting shot?
Yeah, like the shooter.
Probably think of someone probably who used to be in our school or something. I mean, majority in our school is colored people. So, honestly, I don't know. I either say probably white or colored, honestly. I don't think it would be Asians, too, because
But why do we always do that?
I don't know.
Why do we think that the Asians won't do anything?
I mean, they could.
Like,
I mean, it's just like,
oh my gosh.
I don't know. Like, people, the Asians at our school, they're innocent. Like, they just like mind their own business.
It's crazy how they. Well, I'm not saying Asian people are bad.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy how like Asian people have this perception.
Yeah.
Innocent.
But like they try to stay away from trouble, and I respect that, you know. But back to the question, I think it's either white or black people, honestly, just because I heard there was a lot of fights and violence in Westview and stuff going on. I don't know. I think I was told it's mostly colored or some white people in a situation and stuff like that. But that's pretty much what I think.
Yeah, that's very interesting because, once again, my mind would just go. Actually, like, just with the climate that's happening in the States when it comes to like school shootings, it's automatically white. And the crazy thing is when I like, especially like watching American news, like if I see a black person shooting up like a place, I'll be like super shocked. Cause I'm like, that's not us, man. We don't do that stuff.
Just
Like
the mentality is
yeah.
it's not there for black people, to be honest.
Yeah, but it's like, man, they did it. You have to come to grips. But usually, which is sad, it's like, oh yeah, a white person, yeah, is the, and I'm also shocked to see a Hispanic too. Like I would never think that a Hispanic would, you know, and it's crazy. Like you'll be working in a store and you work retail, and I've man. I've worked retail and I've had like the manager come and tell me, "Oh, make sure you watch them."
Oh, I've had that. I started at my
man.
workplace not too long ago, and I've
Already?
had that about 2 times. I would say, yeah.
How did the story? We're not gonna blast where you work, but how did that? What? It's been what? 2 months?
2 months, yeah.
That's crazy.
And it was like early, like now, like for like the last month, I never got like something like that. But when I first started, you know, like it just starts by like stereotypes. We how someone's dressed, we how someone's walking, but also just like, you know, just how they look, like overall, like from skin to clothes, all of that. And yeah, there's moments where like we all have like headsets. So like I'll just hear on the headset like, hey, like just watch the middle area, like watch that person as they're shopping. Like not like go up to them and do whatever, but they always be like keep an eye, you know, around the store, like just in case this and that. Like I remember there's even a time where like a group of like black kids, like high
Those
schoolers,
are the worst ones.
yeah,
man.
like 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, they came inside the store just walking around, looking around. Just all I hear is, hey, like, you know, be mindful, you know, just keep your eyes up and all that. I'm just like, wow, like they just walked in. I understand it's a group of them, but they just walked in. They didn't give like, you know, no indication. You know, boy, it's crazy, man.
A group of white men with suits can walk in and they can rob the whole store and no one would say anything because they have suits on. You know? But it's also unfortunate because when I was in high school, like we were going to the dollar store and stealing. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Like we were doing that, which is so it's like it's kind of tough when it's kind of hard to like I don't know how to say it, but I know what we were doing when we were younger. So I guess some people are just trying to stay cautious. But like regardless, you just gotta for me, you got to like play your cards like treat everyone the same.
Yeah.
Have the same energy for everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Because that's just
and
a lie.
Even what I was saying before, like you like for most even myself included, like when I was younger, like you go to Dollarama.
Yeah.
Dollarama's like, you know, everything's cheap.
Spot, man.
You know, easy in and out. Like, you know, if you do that type of stuff, I'm not promoting it. But like, you know, more times you go inside, you know, Dollarama, you can just boom, go in and out, get what you need. That's low level stuff. So like when like for me and my friends, like if we're going to the mall, like we're not even thinking about a store, like any store, no matter how high end or low end it is, because like we're inside a mall, like you know, like if we get caught, like one is not easy to get out, 2 is like higher crime, like higher charges, this and that. So it's just like that's why I feel, you know, where it's just like that's unfair, because it's just like I feel like in those type of settings, it either takes someone who's just like really plotting, or those who are just like going through it mentally to like go and like, you know, try to steal out like those type of stores and malls or like high end places and all that.
Mostly peer pressure though, honestly. Like group of friends, if you go in a store, peer pressure, like for example, like some people don't have pockets and like you tell you, oh, do this, steal it and all that stuff. You know, you don't feel like you want to, but peer pressure, you still do it. I don't know. But
have you been through that? Like, well, not telling the story, but have you been through?
I think I have. One time, like you know, same thing happened. You know, pockets.
Yeah, he's trying not to snitch on the man.
I'm not.
No, but even like if you go back to like the Trayvon Martin story, You remember the Trayvon Martin story? Wow, you know, obviously. This
Yeah.
guy's young. Trayvon Martin went to the convenience store, had a hoodie, left. He was drinking Arizona and was eating Skittles. And someone from the neighborhood thought he was just doing something crazy, George Zimmerman. And he followed him and he shot him just like that.
You that Trayvon guy?
Yeah, the trailer, and he was 17. He was a kid, you know. So that just goes to show. You just see a colored face. You see someone with a hoodie on. Oh, they're trouble, but no, they're just minding their business, you know. And like when you hear stories like that, like it creates a fear in you, which is so sad. Think about it. Like, have you ever been walking in your neighborhood? You guys know how it goes, Shoreham, Driftwood, whatever. You walk in your neighborhood, you see someone with a hood on. Your first instinct is what?
Honestly, man, that happened to me like a lot of times, even with my friends. Like, we're just running or just walking fast, cause we come from after school program stuff, and it's dark.
Yeah.
In the winter time, and we're just walking. From Alex goes the other way towards Driftwood, and we're just walking fast because there's people in the hoodies and stuff. We're just walking. Remember one time we had to run because we saw some kids running. So we just ran, and then we saw some people in the hoodies and stuff. But it's crazy too. That's why my mom tells me to go to the other side towards Jane Street, Shoreham Drive. So I just take my scooter there, go around, because she doesn't like that place. Between
Real talk.
Shoreham and the building right here.
Real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, our mind always just goes to trouble.
Yeah.
Obviously it's a smart way to think, because we got to survive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just how crazy how all of our brains is wired like that.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because it makes you fearful of a lot of people. But it's not, you're not so more so just fear, you're not fearing them, but you're just fearing like something bad happening, so that's the tough part. And trust me, a lot of us have to think like that and move like that, which is and especially when it's wintertime too, like you said.
Yeah.
What can you do? You can't do anything. It's dark, you gotta go home. But
I prayed so many times, man. Like
Yeah.
walking home, I prayed so many times. Like, it's just it's just serious, honestly. It's not something you could play around with. Because, like, you could get your life taken away, like, right there, just for no reason.
yeah, I think walking home for me was literally like every time I went outside, militant mindset. Yeah. Every single time, my mind went into, oh my God, am I gonna get shot? Oh my gosh, am I gonna run into someone? Every time I'll come back, coming home, militant mindset. Like you said, I will figure out different routes to take. Going through the back, not going through the parking lot, it's just, but our brains are just wired to survival mode, and it's crazy. I look at my mind now compared to last year, since I moved, different, like way different. And God willing, you guys are gonna move one day, and you guys are gonna feel the same way. But this is 24 years of my life of thinking like this,
No, it's bad.
So it's bad, man.
Like sometimes I come off the bus, like I'll be listening to music on the bus. When I come off, that's music.
Turn the music off. It's
so
over.
I gotta focus. Like I gotta see everything. I gotta see like
the most
every
focus when I'm
possible.
walking.
Oh yes,
The most focus.
the most focused.
You're watching everything.
Like, if I have my hood on, I'm taking it off.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm walking. I'm walking.
bro.
My mom would tell me that all the time. Take off your hood. And I was like, nah, yeah, I definitely got to take off my hood for sure, man. It's crazy, man. But honestly, guys, like we just gotta learn how to have discernment on knowing what is the right situation. When it comes to like working, in certain jobs, like having discernment on like, okay, is this person bad news or good news? Or walking outside and discerning, is this person a good person or a bad? Like, we just don't know, but we just have to trust in God to like
honestly
really like protect us, to be honest, because
Yeah.
it's unfortunate that we see a person we think is all bad news, but the person's probably like, bruh, I'm scared just like you.
I've had stories of friends. I've had a story of one friend. I won't say his name, but he was going home. He's walking through his complex. He sees a guy hoodied up. So in his mind, he's like, "Yo, this is suspect. Like, you know, this is kind of sketchy." And so he's trying to maneuver, but the guy notices him, and basically, like, it looks like, from my friend's point of view, is like he's planning on him. So he's like moving in a certain way, like he's like kind of ducking and hiding. And then imagine, like, moments later, my friend realizes he knew the guy. And the guy's like, "Yo, I thought you were an enemy." They literally both thought they're like, they were each after gonna come after each other. I'm just like, bro, I've had moments like that too.
Yup.
Bro, it's
Yup.
crazy.
If I see you from far away, I can know you, but I'm acting like I'm not even gonna take my chances, to be honest. I'm just going to my yard. Wow.
I had so many memories, Shoreham. Remember me and my friends, we'd come back from church. We used to have our flashlights on. We just walk. We just turn around, you know, just make sure, like, no one's beside us. Just make sure no one's behind us. We just walk all the way across the bridge and stuff like that. We still have our flashlights on, bro. It was actually, like, we were dead serious about this. Like, we weren't joking. You know, some people actually joke, too. You know, just be like, "Oh, behind you," stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't like that, man.
I actually get scared.
Yeah,
It's actually scary still.
Nah, it's different. Like, I remember when I was younger, probably a little bit younger than you, like, me and my friends, like, at the time, we were young. So, like, we knew about the dangers, but it didn't click to our minds that, like, yo, we're, like, a threat. Or, like,
it
in
clicks
a
probably
position.
when you're like in grade 9.
Yeah,
That's
you
when it
start
clicked for me.
growing, you start seeing things.
Yeah.
But I remember, like, when we were young, we would, like, be loud. We'd be running around the neighborhood, this and that, like, at night, just joking around, goofing around. Remember, when I got to, like, his age, like, grade 9, grade 10, my mom's like, "Yo, like, you gotta start looking around. You gotta start..." And I never really understood it, but then I've had moments and experiences of, like, nearly getting shot, like, multiple times. Like, nearly getting ran down. And I'm just like, yo. Like, at 15, 16, I'm like, yo, I gotta, like...
Real talk.
I gotta, like, you know, get serious now, because it's no joke
Real
out
talk, man. I remember just running around Shoreham when you're a kid, nighttime. Nothing will happen to you. But when you're older, politics start to get a little bit thicker. And them things, people just pop out. And it's like, bruh, I had them moments too where it's like, oh my gosh.
Yo.
I think this is the last day I'm on this earth.
Literally, bro.
But
There've been nights I didn't think I was getting home, man. Many nights.
When you can't feel your legs? When you can't feel your legs and your heart is gone? Man.
There were nights... From literally here where we are to get home takes me 5 minutes. There have been nights where it took me 20 minutes to get home. No, laugh, bro.
I'm laughing because I know how it is, man.
It is so ridiculous.
My gosh.
Wintertime, summertime, like, bro, why is it taking me 20, 15, 30 minutes? Why is it taking me this long to get home? It should, like, I should just, bro.
Summertime is way quicker, honestly.
Oh, that's why I love the summer, man.
Most times I've asked for forgiveness is when I'm walking home, honestly. Like, when it's nighttime, the most times I ask for forgiveness, because I'm actually scared.
Yeah.
Like, I prayed so many times too. Like, I ask for forgiveness more when I'm walking than I'm actually at home. And that's something I have to fix too. You know?
That's so powerful.
Wow. Crazy, that's crazy.
But this just goes to show, like, the mindset that we're in when we're walking through our neighborhoods and stuff like that. Wow, that's and it's like, it's good that you guys are vulnerable and open and transparent, because people need to hear stuff like this, to be honest.
No,
definitely need to hear.
It's real PTSD, man.
Yeah.
You don't notice as a kid. You get older, man. Because again, like, even now, sometimes when I go to, like, friend's house or, like, outings and whatnot, I go in, like, quieter, nice residential areas. Like, I'm never looking around. I'm just looking straight. I'm chilling. The moment I get into, like, a certain boundary in my neighborhood, like you said, militant mindset, I'm focused, I'm looking around. It's sad reality. And it's like,
really sad.
Society created that label where you just kind of attach things. If you're wearing a black hoodie, you know, probably a black person up to no good. Like, gun violence, black person. I'm still
If you're wearing a side bag, you got that thing on you. That's how we always think now.
There's so much negative labeling that
I know.
society has put on certain, you know, races and especially like black people, and it's just like even us ourselves fall into like, you know, that fear of it.
Yeah. All right, man. We talked about a lot of stuff. This is one of my favorite episodes, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, don't tell the others. Well, any last things you guys want to say before we get out of here?
I had fun doing this for my first time. I hope I'm in this again.
Oh, for sure. You're here, man. You're here.
Thank you for having me.
It's our youngin right here.
Man.
A man right here. Anything, Josh?
Man, just if anyone who's watching this like shares these experiences or share these thoughts and feelings, honestly, you have to walk with faith, man. And like what Nana said, like you have to have discernment. Yeah. You know, you have to have the ability to just like read the room, read the environment around you, you know, make wise decisions. Like, you know, sometimes like I feel weird making those type of moves, like whether I'm running, taking a long way, because like for me at times it's like, yo, I feel like I'm a punk, like, you know, like I should just be able to go and do this, but it's like, yo, you have to walk with that discernment to like save your life, like, you know, you don't walk with that discernment, that could be the end, bro. You never know.
You guys probably saved your life. Well, not you guys, because you guys are not the author of your lives, but you guys probably avoided many situations in your life.
Literally.
You know, so gotta thank God for that. Amen. And for me, you know, just whoever's watching this, share this to a friend. Be open and honest about these conversations and just normalize these conversations, because if we don't have these conversations, there won't be no change. All right? So we're the Voices of the Youth podcast. And I'm not a youth, but I'm an adult. But I'm a child of God. And we're out of here. Bye.